All right. How's everybody doing? I did not think I was going to get this computer working right at all. Good Lord. StreamYard makes it really, really hard sometimes to do what it is I need to do. All right. I had to sort through so many windows. All right, well, I got this file opened up. Hopefully you guys can hear me all right. I'm going to take a second while we're sitting here. I just want to share the link over on my Facebook page real quick because I'm not simulcasting to a couple different locations this time. So let me just copy the link real quick, and that way I could share it over there. And then we'll start. I'm going to do some coloring. We're going to do some coloring tonight. It's the 2 o'clock in the morning weekly mouse extra edition. All right, let me just copy this this address real quick, and I'm going to cut and paste it over here. All right, here we go. All right, let's see what we got here. Some late night. Oop, look at that. I can't even type. Let's see, late night. All right, I'll go ahead and post this over here. And then we're going to get back to what we're doing. All right, let me see. Let me turn that. Oh, I shouldn't have turned that off. See what I did? All right, let me put one more little thing here. That way I know what I know and I know what I'm doing. All right. Saving links and putting things and stuffs in places. All right, this stuff is where it all needs to go now. All right, that's cool. All right, hey, we got this Nira X piece. This was one of the pieces that we had in the auction this past weekend, and I needed to put some color on it. So that is what I'm doing. There we go. All right, now I'm actually cooking. Good God, man, I had so many problems with with getting this thing going. It did not want to share the screen. It was literally like a dead end. No matter what I wanted to do, it was a straight up dead end. All right. Well, we're up and running now, so that's cool. Let me pick some colors here. It was a very unplanned evening. I just figured since I needed to get this done, it's late, and I needed something to kind of finish the night with. I would go ahead and work on this to kind of wrap it up. Kind of wrap up the evening before I have to send this package out. Platinum, what's up, dude? There it is. There's the stuff. Kevin was saying is like, did I miss this? Kevin might have gone off to sleep. Oh, look at that! I accidentally. Oh, I'll get back to it. I'll get back in there. All right. But yeah, everything's good. Just had a day. And I figured I wanted to do this for a few minutes before I went off to sleep. I actually didn't think anybody would. I'm assuming nobody's going to catch me tonight because it's a very odd time for me to be starting anything. And honestly, as soon as I get sleepy, I'm going to shut it down. So, hey, yeah, Platinum says, has it been going on? I couldn't see it. No, that's my problem. Yeah, exactly. I was having a huge technical issue, and every single online bit of help that I could find was no help at all. They told me to do this to my settings. They told me to do that to my settings. I went to Windows and different control panels, and it was just nothing was working. Some of the advice was from versions of the software that was outdated. So I had to comb through my physical settings and I stumbled my way through it like I usually do. And I finally found a setting that had something to do with the fact that the screen sharing portion of this software was being blocked somehow by Firefox. Just couldn't figure out how it was happening. Like, it's already bad enough that in order for me to screen share my iPad to actually show you some, like if I'm doing something digital like I'm doing right now, they make you jump through hoops. There's not a direct way to just share that screen. You have to use QuickTime. You have to pretend that you're actually opening up and doing a new QuickTime video recording, which you're not. You have to hardwire the iPad to your desktop in order for it to recognize that it's there. And then this little MacGyver backwards way of doing it, it sort of makes StreamYard think that you're just sharing a tab on your web browser as opposed to just something direct that just works. So it was such a hassle. I'm trying to figure out how this thing is going to go. But we got to go. Like, dude, I accidentally fell into it. So as long as I found it, I don't care. As long as it works. Let's see here. Actually, yeah, let me pick a slightly different color for this one. Look at these wings back here. Oh, dude, I loved your idea. This is going to be sweet. Like Savage Becca was, it's like for the Club Corrupt issues, she's a little bit more of a comedy, she's more of a comedy, more of a parody thing. But I love, and it's a little bit more of a gritty, not totally Sin City take on it. And I love the way how you have the story ending, wrapping up with her hugging the beast, like she didn't want to have to do that. But yeah, dude, I love the idea. I love that you give me you're giving me a lot of creative space to pace the story out, and so you're making it a lot of fun for me to bring that idea to life. So yeah, we're definitely going to be doing that, dude. I'm sure that we'll do it under our Club Corrupt imprint. Since it's going to be like, a little bit more adult theme, she's got no clothes on, all that good stuff. That's what that imprint is all for. So that way, everything's under the Entity Comics LLC, of course, but yeah, that's going to be a lot of fun. I'm really, really looking forward to it. I actually meant to email you back sooner about it. But I was stretched a little thin with my schedule today. But yeah, bro, it is perfect. It is perfect. Just the way you have it laid out and kind of set up. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Easily a 24-page story. It could stretch a little bit further if we really wanted to, because there's a lot of action scenes and things. But I think a normal like 24-page story length is really going to do it some justice. And I like that it's essentially a black and white book with just the red. I remember you were when I read your email, you were asking that question about whether or not it would just be considered a full color book at that point. But of course, I'm not gonna put a rate. I'm not gonna put a full color rate on. We're just adding red. We're adding some flash. And that's gonna be super cool. That's gonna be very, very fitting for it. So it'll just be the same rate as a straight black. As far as like the cost of producing it, it'll be the cost of producing just a straight black and white. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it too. I'll make sure that I give you a more. Actually, I just gave you the most detailed response right now, but I'll still email you back. I want to make sure that we're on the same page with everything. Man, 2025, man, I'm so excited for everything we got going on. It's gonna be dope. Chris Dehan's in the house. Hey, what's up, dude? Glad you're hanging out with us, man. This is some 2 o'clock in the morning mouse going on right here. Yeah, dude, definitely. I love it. Got a real winner. And it's going to be like a really, it's going to be really cool to see. Like, I'm sure I'll throw in some little bit of dark humor into it also, but it's not going to be like a slapstick, comedy story. It's going to be a pretty serious story. And I think it's going to be really cool to see her in a story that's kind of serious like that. So I'm super looking forward to it. Kevin in the house. It's like, hope I'm not too late. No, man, you're just in time, man. We're doing some unplanned impromptu coloring tonight. That is the order of the day right now. So nothing too serious going on right here. Just some color. Ooh, let me see. Make sure I got my. Oh, there we go. I went over the edge a little bit. There we go. Yeah, this is a piece that was sold over this past weekend. At the art auction on Peter Cimetti's Comic Book Radio YouTube channel. So I wanted to kind of wrap up the night with something that wasn't too complex to color, just something I can kind of unwind and so I needed something with like just a few basic colors and just something I could just kind of like get through it kind of quick, so that way we can just kind of enjoy a few minutes, but still be productive, see something new with some Nira content. So that's what this is about. So this is an impromptu, unplanned 2 a.m. evening. And you know me, I like to have those. I like to have those little impromptu moments. And I'm not sure yet what this piece is going to be used for, but we're definitely going to use it for something good. No clothes is always good. Yeah, Savage Becca, this story that our good friend Platinum is talking about, dude, it's gonna be good stuff. Kevin's got some amazing stories too. We got I'm not going to tell you too much about it because it's going to be Club Corrupt material also. It's going to be great. Super looking forward to it. Like, it's raining super hard outside. I don't think you can hear it over the mic, but it's a perfect night. 2 a.m. It's raining hard outside. And I'm just hanging out and coloring near, hanging out with my friends. Kevin says, Platinum, you got to share these ideas. He's got some good ones. I'm telling you, it's going to be a good little story. Oh, heck yeah. Let's also know what the Hand of Mouse sigil looks like. Kevin says, you mean I need to give a script to my idea? Time to get my brain working. Well, he's giving me like a bit of framework. Like I love the fact that you're giving me a lot of space to paste things and kind of take them where they need to go. You're leaving me to direct the movie, as it were. So that's good. Kevin says 2025. What happened to 2024? I know, right? It's like, dude, the last couple of years, insane. All right, Kevin says I saw you working on it earlier, all the way back from 2009. Yep. And in fact, I had to change my signature just a little bit. I had to make sure that I put like 09 and 24 on there. I was like, holy crap. It's like I'm finally inking this piece after after a million years. I was thinking about having two signatures on it, but then I'm like, nah, I'll go ahead and like give it the fresh signature. But I definitely wanted to put the date on there, so that way we know. I know, 2 in the morning, evening. Yeah, I know. I got my little this music that I wrote is like old, dude. It's like I did this a long time ago. I got to do some fresh music for the live streams. We'll get some new stuff. We'll get some 2025 there's a lot of new things coming in 2025. I'm so excited, dude. Platinum says, well, he's always welcome as a Hand of Mouse member into the fold of the creative. Yes. I kind of like that. It's like a group of ninjas or something. I kind of like the Hand of Mouse. I don't know. We have to see what sticks. We have to see what sticks. I know it's something. I know eventually it's going to be something that we come up with together. So, Hand of Mouse does sound kind of cool. So I'll keep. I'm going to keep that. You keep reminding me of that one, and we'll see if that one actually sticks. Because it kind of reminds me of. Geez, was it all the ninjas like in the Turtles, where it's the Shredder's ninjas are called the Hand? Am I remembering that correctly? It is 2 in the morning. Can't believe it's so hard to get this thing to share the screen. All I want to do is share the screen. Like it's bad enough that I have to MacGyver it, but then it wasn't working. Something about the Firefox something didn't have permission, and I finally found the one checkbox that was the magic checkbox buried like 20 screens into the settings. You never know what this thing is going to do. You know what? I'll go ahead and make this a solid 2. Because I can make it a little bit darker in a minute. There we go. All right, make a little project. I gotta get these flats in here before we can have fun shading anything. And we'll see how far I get before I get all sleepy. Hopefully, we'll make a little bit of progress here. Let's give Nira some skin. I hear the hand and I think of Daredevil. Yeah, is that what I'm thinking of? The foot. Thank you. It's the foot, right? It was either the foot or the hand. I remember that I had a group of ninjas in one of. I used to do a book called The Skunk back in the day, and there's a group of ninjas in the Skunk that were called the Envelope, and their symbol on their chest was just like the little fold from like just mailing envelopes. Yeah, it was the foot. The turtles with a foot as an homage to Daredevil and the hand. Okay, there you go. All right, I was in the right wheelhouse. I was in the right wheelhouse. Mighty Geek up late at night, turning to the digital dark side. I see. Yeah. Well, just for colors. Just for colors. This is a hand drawn piece. And this is the original art was actually sold. We were at an art auction on Peter Simeti's Comic Book Radio this past weekend. So this piece was one of the pieces that was sold, and it was like I penciled it like back in 2009. So I needed to. He paid a little bit extra and wanted to get it inked, and then I'm putting some colors on it because this was the general plan that I had for it in the first place. But I wanted to put the colors on it tonight because it was just an excuse to. It's a fairly simple layout, just a couple colors, very straightforward. So I figured this would be a good way to kind of wrap up the evening, as it were. I don't want to do something too complicated late at night and end up giving her a 5 o'clock shadow. Kevin says in the stories, it's hinted that the same stuff that made the turtles what they are is also what blinded Matt Murdock. I love the parallels, dude. I like that. I like that homage back and forth. I like that. I don't think I ever drew that connection. Platinum says, and it's a done deal. The Hand of Mouse is an official cult. I kind of like it. I don't know. I'm liking it. You guys tell me what you think because I think Platinum's got a good name for us. I don't know. We'll see if it sticks. We'll see if it sticks. We'll see if the rest of the hand is in agreement. Kevin says, flats on Nira? I thought she was all curves. That's a good point. Mighty Geek. Let's see. Is this a cover? It was planned to be a cover when I first drew it. And then I wasn't really sure what I was going to do with it. And then it kind of fell between the cracks. So now that it's resurfaced, like I would like to see it as a cover, as an alternate cover, if nothing else. So I'm definitely going to keep it on the front burner now that it's going to be all colored and just kind of ready to go. But yeah, I the more I look at it, the more I think I would like to see it as a cover. It would definitely make like a good pinup page or a good little trading card or something like that too. But yeah, it would be kind of nice to see it as a cover. I like this the trope of the background and her red costume just being the same shade. It's a fun trope to play with. The cult of plasm. I like that. I don't know if that's gonna stick though. I don't feel like that's gonna stick. Let's see. Okay. Oh, let me get over here. She needs some flesh. She needs some skin. Yeah, I love the fact that I could share the screen because it's like it's kind of the iPad is so fluid. I could zoom up so quickly to the little parts that I want to color. Cat gets on my back over this because she colors so much faster than I do. I color I color it probably in the slowest method possible, in the most long formed way possible. Sometimes I feel like really just kind of painting it in, like I'm doing right now. I could be like drawing masks and kind of filling this in a whole lot faster. And then she's got some other techniques too that make the work go by a lot quicker and still gets the job done. But I enjoy I enjoy filling in the spots and doing the little shading and all the stuff. So I like the process. Here we go. Make sure I got a little eraser for the edge there. Kind of went over. Try and stay between the lines. All right, let's see what we got here. Get her arm. Yeah, I want to do like some good little shading and highlights and stuff like that on everything except for that background and her costume. I want those to be like really flat, like super flat. I think that would be. It's a cool trope. You know, we've all seen it before. It's definitely nothing new, but it's definitely fun to. It's really fun to make. There we go. It's nice to see the color just pop in, kind of fill in. The cyber cultists. Getting closer. So far, the hand is kind of winning. Mighty Geek says, Bill, we are Gen Xers. We are the slackers. You're 100%, man. This is the truth. Of course, I like the fact that we're Gen Xers anyway, just because Generation X sounds like cooler than all the other generational titles. We got the cool ones. We actually sound like mutants. We sound like we should be in an X-Men book. Platinum says, let's see, I got my Dark Seas #2. Awesome. Yeah, you know, Tom's been working really hard to make sure that all those packages have been going out. And even when he gets back, because he was out, he gave himself a birthday gift of a vacation in Australia. So he's coming home from Australia. If he's not home already, I think he's actually home already. But I have to double check. I haven't heard from him yet, so I was assuming he was still out there having fun. But yeah, as soon as he gets back, he's got some packages left to go, and I've got a couple of those packages that need sketches and stuff to go in them, and then we can wrap up #2. Then we'll probably start working on issue 3, like probably February. I think February we'll probably start. I want to make sure that we get the whole issue done before we actually start up the next campaign. That's going to be one of our things. Make sure we have as much material finished before we even start the campaign part of it. Mighty Geek says, Bill, are you used to doing things traditionally? Yes, 100%. Yeah. Coloring digitally, I mean, it's a luxury. I do really, really like to color digitally, but the original art. Let me see. I don't know do I have that? I think I have the piece here. It might still be in the scanner. It still is in a scanner. Yeah, I'm totally used to doing things traditional. Although I have to admit, I mean, I do love doing things with the digital tools. So there's the here we go. Let me take that way you can see that a little bit better. I realize the screen's a little small. Oh, there you go. But yeah, the original 11 by 17 drawing right here. And then I just made a good scan and threw it into the old iPad. So that way I could do some of the colors. But yeah, traditional is always best. If I have a preference, if you really, really make me choose between one or the other, then traditional is always going to be my preference. But I do enjoy all the tricks and special effects and all the good stuff that digital does offer me. And then there's as far as digital, like if I could scan everything in, like if I have to go on a trip or shoot, even staying here at home, it's like I can scan everything into my iPad, and then I can color, you know, from anywhere. You know, I don't have to bring all of my art supplies with me. I could still get everything done. So there's a lot of positives to both. Kevin says, wait, the hand of mouse. So the international symbol for standby is the logo. That's going to confuse some people. Nah. We'll come on. We'll come on. Yeah, it's not going to be like the hand, like you're crossing the street. I mean, it's we'll have to come up with something. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see if it sticks first. I kind of like the ninja ness of it. So we'll see if it sticks or not. Let's see. Platinum says I also need to work a deal for an alternate cover for that Becca story. Yeah, for sure, dude. Now since we're doing basically a 24-page story, the way that I like to work it with people is that if you're going to do a 24-page story, the cover is going to be the same rate as the interior pages. Okay, because you're essentially you're buying 24 pages of original art. So, and that's part of the deal too. I told you in the message that you own all the original art. So I'll be sending you all of the original art from that story is gonna be yours. There's no residual deal or anything like that. But you will be credited, definitely. And your credit will stay on that story for all time. So anytime if I reprint it or if I reuse it in the future or anything like that. And then I probably will, because that's financially, that's really the only way to get the books made is to do, some type of campaign or Kickstarter or Indiegogo. So the campaigns like that, those are really meant to get physical books in people's hands, and plus it helps support the studio a little bit. So, but yeah, dude, I'm super excited for it. All right, getting a little bit. Ooh, get back in there. There you go. I had to tap it. Oh, there you go. I had to do it again. There you go. I'll tap it in there a couple of times so it doesn't undo itself again. Kevin says a cover filled with littles. Platinum says the point of the Dark Seas comment was how cool it was you snuck the power button into the pin design around the Nira symbol. Thank you for noticing. Yes. Yeah, I like the little power symbol. That's a personal touch. Personal touch. A little family touch. Mighty Geek says Daredevil is leading a ninja clan called the Fist. I've heard the Fist too. How did I forget about the Fist? That's cool. I don't want to be called the Fist of Mouse though. That sounds awful. But the Hand of Mouse. That seems good. Platinum says I see the Hand of Mouse sigil like the hand of the king in Game of Thrones, but with the number 2 pencil. Oh, the hand of the king, the hand of the queen. Kevin says, no, the 1 over the 1 over 0. You have oh, okay. My tattoo is the international symbol for standby. 0 is off, 1 is on. Together they become standby. Oh, so you think I have a 1 and a 0? No, I have the power symbol. I have the power symbol on my arm. I mean, on my wrist. Oh, wait a minute. I have to, her tiara up here is the same red as the background, so I can't leave that like that. I guess I'll just I'll make it a solid on top. It'll be fine. I was going to erase it out so it would just be the same, but I'm going to sample the red. There we go. So that way we get the exact same shade of red that's in the background. And we'll leave that flat. Yeah, you almost got me. You almost got me sold on this hand of mouse thing. Especially since we do the jam pieces, because when we're doing the jam pieces, it's everybody else has the control of the art. You know what I mean? Everybody has their hand on the wheel, as it were, and I'm just the instrument. I just hold the pencil. Oops, here we go. Make sure I don't go too far in here. Yeah, I wasn't thinking too much about the costume when I was doing little background pieces there. Luckily, this part stays flat, so it's going to be good. It'll work. Oops. Almost messed up her little logo. There we go. Make sure I get the little pieces and stuff in there. Let's see, Kevin is saying that the hand of mouse. So a tiny paw. All right. We're finding holes in the narrative of hand of mouse. So but it's good. We have to think of all the different angles. This is good before we make any kind of real decision. This is good. We got to come up. We got to think of the positives and we got to think of the possible negatives. So that's good. That's good. I'm glad you're thinking of all the different angles. Ooh, Mighty Geek says I was thinking about the order of mouse or the order of the mouse. I don't know. Order of mouse. The word order, that seems like really cool. I like that. I like the like everybody else is the order. I like that. Like we should all have cloaks like Jedis. I have to write that down. Order of mouse and hand of mouse. Our slogan is we hold all for mouse. Because of all of you I live. Which is actually the truth. Kevin says Nira shouldn't be flat. 3D is the only way to go for her. This is very true. This is just a trope gimmick. Disney may try to copyright that. Oh, you mean what Platinum said? I got you. All right, let's see where we are here. We're in boob number 2 over here. Yeah, it's kind of weird not trying to put some. Maybe I have to put a highlight on it, even though it's flat. I don't know. Might have to do something very out of character for her. All right, let's make sure she needs some eyeballs. She's really picky, this one. She likes to have eyeballs. All right, eyeballs, and you know what? Her little earring thingies gotta have a little bit of color on them too. So let me just block them in real quick. There we go. And then her lips, I just gotta block them in just so I know where they are. Really love working with this Apple Pencil. That being said, I still prefer traditional over digital. But if I'm going to be doing digital, this iPad is good stuff. Good stuff. Oh, look at that! I colored right over her little arm belt thing. All right, let me lock this layer in. Let me go over to her skin layer. You know what it is? I start talking, I forget what layer I'm on. So let me just erase some of the skin that I got on top of. I keep these layers separate. All right, that seems pretty good. You know, since we're on the skin layer, let's do some shading. We'll do some shading on the skin. Always love to do the skin. Get the muscles and stuff on there and get little shinies. Bring her to life a little bit. Give her a little shadies. Little drop shadows here and there. Oop, that blender is way too big. Let's see where we are here. Oh, okay, that's a little bit better. Oh, that blender makes all the difference. Much better. Kevin says only 2 boobs. I think I see a few more. Mighty Geek says if there were more artists here, we would be the masters of the arts. This is yeah. See, I like that. I like that. By the power of Pencil Skull. Kevin says eyeballs and boobs, some of the best orbs. Masters of the arts. I want to see the certificate for that. Platinum says, I'll meet you halfway. How about the Order of the Hand of Mouse? I like the way it's rolling so far. I like the way it's. I feel us getting closer. That is no doubt. I feel us getting closer to where we're going. I'd like to make an order. All right, let's put some more shading where it needs to go. There you go. Shade this up a little bit. Soften it up. All right. Yeah, this blender makes all the difference. I get the major shapes where I need them to go. And then I just do all the painting with the blender. Puts these colors down right where I want them. There we go. Got 2 more shades to go on that one. Alrighty. We're almost getting to Nira's hand. The hand of Nira. Gives you little muscles in there. It's funny. This is actually the recording in the background is a friend of mine. He used to live in San Diego with me back in the day, and that's the message. That's the message he actually left for me on my phone. So I turned it into a song. I had to do it, man. I couldn't help myself. There you go. Make that a little bit darker. There we go. Just put a little bit more shadow on her legs. Put a little bit more drop shadow underneath her chin. Looking pretty good. Let's see where you guys are at. Let's see. Gaggle of geese, a giggle of girls, a murder of crows, a massive Mausian, Mausians. Mighty Geek says, fabulous secret powers were revealed to me the day I held aloft my magic quill and said by the power of Pencil Skull. And I have a bowl haircut and nobody knows me from my alter ego because I look exactly the same. Platinum says, also have a fantasy-based Nira X miniseries in mind, as well as the Bubblegum Crisis Cyber Team stuff in my commission. Yes. The Bubblegum Crisis stuff is always that always hits me in a good way. I always liked Bubblegum Crisis from back in the day. That is cool. I'm excited, dude. I just pictured Nira in a sticky mess of bubblegum. She would not be happy about that. She would not be a happy camper. She's stuck in actual bubblegum. Let's see here. Let me put some little highlights on her skin and see if her skin is good to go from this point. We'll see. Well, that rain is really coming down outside. Let's see, open this up a little bit. There we go. Yeah, I like putting in like the little highlights and stuff. Make your skin look like it's glossier, like it's wet or something. It's cool how this blender works. It's pretty intuitive. Let's see. Let me get her eyes kind of blocked in, just in case we don't get to the very end of it. At least we got her eyes and we got her skin. We could see where things are really going. Make this a little smaller. We could soften that little. I wonder if we should make her lips like a flat red. We'll match the red. We'll just leave them flat red for now. We'll see how that flies. No, that really needs to be white. Oops, here we go. There we go. And she's got pretty purple eyes. Let me bring it down here. Make this a little smaller. Make it a little darker. Blend this out a little bit. All right, now I can put the little highlight in here. There you go. Gives her a little something something while we finish the rest. I did forget that we have this little thing on her gauntlet. I should put that in there real quick. Kind of an orangey brown color, kind of an energy gauntlet. I'm glad you guys caught me, man. I'm glad we were able to hang out for a little bit. I'm almost starting to fade, so I'll do a little bit more, and then we're gonna call it a night for the night. Let me lock this in place so that way I don't have to worry about it freaking out on me. There we go. There we go. That's pretty good. So far, so good. Let me put a little shadow on here, though. Need something a little bit more. Oh, you know a trick I like to do is I'll duplicate the skin layer, and I'll make something like way dark, like way darker than it needs to be. And I'll go ahead and really drop in like a harsh drop shadow. Like so. There's a couple little ones here and there. Yeah, I think that's all I was really shooting for. Just something like that. Blend that out a little bit. Blend this out a little bit. And then I can just lighten up the whole thing. There we go. That way it's not too much. Yeah, can leave it like that. And I'll combine these two layers together. And sometimes I like to go in and kind of adjust my flesh tones. Sometimes I'm bad at choosing flesh tones on a first try. Sometimes I go a little bit too yellow, too purpley. It seems good. All right, good. Yeah, I think that's where we're at for right now. Give myself a little bit of a rest. Let me see where you guys are at before we head on out. Oh, I gotta scroll up. I missed a couple. Platinum says also have a fantasy base. Okay, that's where I was leaving off. Gotcha. There we go. Mighty Geek says I can imagine Nira running across the Major and Alita. Yep. It's raining cyber angels. Hallelujah. Now that would be a fun crossover. Yeah, I agree. That could be good stuff. I like to draw the Major. The Major is lots of fun. Yes. That's what Kevin does. Don't worry, Nira Daddy. Catch ya. The fight would be interesting. Yep, I agree. Kevin says, now I wonder if Nira has one of the unknown infinity stones in her glove. Oh, for sure. Yeah, no doubt. Now, luckily with Procreate, it just keeps on saving as I go along. So even if the iPad completely shuts off right in the middle of it, like it remembers the last stroke. I said stroke. Platinum says the stone of all hotness. Kevin says I think that Nira's gun needs a little color to make it come alive as a blaster. Yeah, I definitely need to put in a little energy bit on the top, and then she's going to have some little highlights up in here. In fact, I could do that little piece before we go. Yeah. Let me see which layer is my gun. There's my gun. Actually, you know what? I can use this layer to do the energy bit. So let me unlock it. And we'll put the energy bit in there. So I like that at the top of the gun, you can kind of see the plasma inside. So we got this bad boy. Throw in some little yeller. That's the thing I like about the Apple Pencil. I could really just draw the color. Like I could make it real sketchy. All right, so we got that going for us. And then I'll probably, let me sample this gray and then make it like really dark. And we'll increase that. Oops, that's not what we wanted. We want to come back down here to, yep, that's our layer. Wow, that rain's really coming down hard. So I get some basic shading on here. That way I can put the little highlights where I want to put them. Now I'll put the little bit of energy on the side of the gun. And then we're going to call it an evening, gentlemen. I'm super happy you guys caught me, man. That's really cool. Let me see. Let me put I'll put a little bit of the reddish energy on there. Let's pick, I got a luminance brush with a light pen. We'll put this on top of the black. All right, let me get in here really good. This is what oh man, I love this brush a lot. Yeah. That's the goodness. So I got a nice little techie look. And then once we get down to her belt, I'll put some shading on her belt, but I'm going to have some of that. I like to have some of that energy kind of peeking out from in between the tech on her belt. Ooh, on her arm piece too. I just love the fact that you can just draw it in. I love it. Those are the little digital trickeries that I like to have access to. Didn't like it. No, I didn't like it there. That one's okay. I'll have a little bit peeking out from her logo there. There we go. Yeah. I think I can get some decent sleep after that. That's good. Let's see. Platinum says, never ever used Cyberskin to hide in the environment. You know what? I haven't taken advantage of that I could think of. No. Shoot, even Spawn did it in the live action movie. Of course, he did kind of like went a little OP with it. Like, remember he was hiding on the side of the building, and his cape made it look like it was part of the building, part of the bricks. When her costume actually is kind of designed to take on different shapes and colors and things. So you'd figure she's actually more equipped to do that. But I haven't had her use her cyber skin like that to really hide her like on a wall or next to a tree or a rock, really blend into the background. It's like she's always forming like different costumes and different weapons. But that's I'm glad you put that in my brain. I'm glad you put it in my brain. Hopefully that will bleed into a story because I like that. No bids, no bids. This piece is already gone. It is mañanas. Kevin says now it looks like a proper blaster. Han Solo would be proud. Yeah, boy. There we go. I'll leave her like this, so she'll say goodnight to you guys. Hey man, thanks a lot, guys. This was a lot of fun. I'm glad you guys caught up with me, man. It's like I would have been lonely tonight, just like coloring all by myself. So I hope you guys enjoy the rest of the week. I don't know when I will be live streaming again. You might catch me, might not. I know that on Saturday we're still planning on doing our 10 o'clock draw stream like we usually do. So yeah, that's the plan. I think right now I'm just going to go and grab some sleepy time. All right, guys. I'm going to go ahead and cut out, and I will see you next time. Good night, guys.